Uh, this is not really new to me because I'm used to it anyway. So maybe to you guys it's completely new, but the whole bleaching thing, the whole race or color of your skin thing isn't really new to me. I've been there, not been there, but I've seen it happen. Okay, so I don't know, I wasn't really shocked by anything, but at least I do know society is trying to, society is realizing that hey, we need this. It's okay. It's normal. It is you are who you are, and they're trying to create awareness about all these different things. And they're slowly changing. So I think with time, it may take some time, but with time, as people learn about it and sort of share themselves, the whole perception about how people are is taken up, or at least kind of reduced from the negative to the positive.
I think it was actually a bit shocking how the lady was trying to bleach her kids, like their skin. I mean, like with Hispanics, that's actually kind of common. Like a lot of the women will get like blonde highlights, or if they're light skinned, they tend to be a lot prettier in a sense. And often, like Hispanic women who are a bit darker are always considered to be less educated or stupid, that. But like it was still shocking because you don't expect it to really happen around the world, especially with African Americans. You don't expect them to say, "Oh, I'm bleaching my skin," because you always think of African Americans to be proud of their heritage, who they are in their culture.
Yeah, I don't know, it was interesting to me because I guess like you learn like within a race itself, like certain things like that you never like think would like you're talking about that bleaching skin or like talking about the hair and stuff like that. Like I guess you don't really think about that like as far as within a certain group or ethnicity or race. You think it's coming from outside the race trying to change them sometimes, But I think it can happen just as much within the race as well. I think is one thing I learned. Just I guess I never thought about the effect that it can have, like race can have on like a person. Like I always just thought, oh, whatever race you are, you're probably proud of. Like even if there's people that maybe are racist or something like that, I always thought people were probably proud of their race no matter what. But I don't know. Like that just made me not change my mind, but like you can see how it can affect people as well, like negatively, and how it can change the perception of themselves because of it. So it was really interesting to me. So.
I did horrible in the quiz. I don't know about you guys. I got 3 out of 10. But a lot of this stuff, like the sickle cell, isn't that like some kind of like mutation thing? See,
Yeah.
I thought it was. I figured it was like common in African Americans. That's why I said that sickle cell is a disease that's found only in people with African ancestry.
I think what helped me was, did you get it? Do you know about malaria?
Yeah.
So basically, I remember I was in medical school. I remember this girl. She had sickle cells, but I know that people who have sickle cells are kind of they don't get sick with malaria and all that stuff, but they're usually down out so that's why when I read it, I'm like, it's probably the malaria because I knew what that was. And I knew I was. You're almost there. See that, yeah.
And then 10 I got wrong because is race in humans an accurate picture of genetic diversity? I thought, because based on the reading, I'm talking about how African Americans, they had, they were less common to get cancer or like skin cancer, something like that, right? So I figured, we have, depending on race, we will have like different kinds of genetics, some people are used to the heat or they aren't affected by the cold as much. So that's why I figured, humans are like the race of the human, they find their genetics.
I think with
it's just
that it wouldn't. Look, have you seen mixed babies? Either Africans and whites. They could either be actually black, or they will actually be brown, or they turn out actually white. So you cannot. To me, I think I knew that because it cannot be an accurate picture of a genetic diversity. Because you never know. You could see somebody and they totally look white, and you ask them, "Hey, yeah," because you think they're white. You're like no. I'm actually half half. You're like, you half half? Really? You always want somebody like, oh, I'm actually half. You're like, you look just a pure breed. You're like, no, I'm mixed. But things break down and things change, so it's recorded. It's recorded.
I think the question that surprised me, even though I got it right, but it's just because I would figured, I guess the unexpected on that one, but it was number 7 where it says experiencing racism can lead to serious health consequences that affect the distribution and concentration of disease in populations. So I got that right, but I don't really know how to guess that. But, so I'm just kind of wondering, like,
Why?
yeah, why and what
Well,
diseases?
If you think, alright, so you know how African Americans here in the United States, they're like secluded into like the ghettos and like projects and all that. So like that is a form of racism, right? And so when it comes to like, alright, so in Africa they have the issue of AIDS, right? So if let's say,
AIDS is everywhere.
yeah, of course, no, but it's like a big thing in Africa because you know they don't have that many resources like medicine or condoms and stuff like that. And so let's say like a couple people from Africa come in, but they're not going to be in us like living with white people. They're going to be living secluded with like the other African Americans, right? So like that can increase because you know if they get married with someone who's African, they can't get married with someone white because you know interracial marriage isn't exactly you know liked around the world or especially here in the United States. So that could cause you know the spread of AIDS or whatever else. Some kind of disease because they're secluded into areas where they're not exactly the best living conditions. You know?
Yeah, so that exactly makes you sick. And you see you living in your company is living in a place that is maybe leaking.
So like the segregation of it all can cause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Makes sense. Was there anything else that stood out to you guys, or you guys wanted to discuss?
It's to me not really bad. It's just sad. It's just and I guess I don't know. Probably not. But again, this is mainly with the ladies. It's some men do, but it's rare.
Yeah.
But it's mainly with the ladies. So it's just I think it's the way the world perceives beauty.
Yeah, because
But
they say
beauty
you
is
know
in
that beauty
everything.
is with like light skin, and so that's why they have like the Barbies where it's all usually like light skin or white Barbies. So and that's because guys aren't exactly affected by the beauty image. Yeah, of course they want to get built and have 6-pack, but like with girls it's a lot. It affects them more because you know they're kind of pressured into really looking like models and all that.
It's like a form of. It's like it's weird because it's not like I don't feel like, for instance, Disney didn't have like a they had like a black princess or something like that. Recently, like within the last 5 years, I think, right? Something like that. And like before, there was never like an African American or black person in, I think, any of their things. And, but like, I don't necessarily think like Disney was probably racist. It's just like it's like
their marketing.
yeah, it's like marketing, but it's also like it's almost like ingrained in society. It's not something you think about a lot of times. You might think about something like I don't know. So it's just interesting because a lot of it's like I don't know how to explain. It's just like not really like being like racist. Well, there's obviously still racist and stuff, but like Disney or something like that. I never pictured it. They didn't have black people because they were racist or anything like that.
It's like
It's
kind
just-
of indirect racism, you know,
Yeah,
because they're doing it for their own profit.
yeah,
Because they know that if, let's say, they first start off with like a black princess, no one's gonna really watch that, so they're trying to, appeal to the majority, which was, whites. So,
And I don't know. I think it's a deeper thing. It's not exactly. Think about it this way. I get what you're saying, okay? But I think it's what is put out there. They could, if they want. I'm not saying that Disney is doing a bad thing or it's, but
Right.
it's now Disney is the big company, okay? If Disney wanted, what are your core values? I'm sure they have values out there.
Yeah.
But what are their core? If they say, oh, we want to show, but if their core values are about diversity, fine, your first movie will be about maybe a white princess. And it's okay. This movie could be about a Mexican or a black American. And trust me, all those different things help the world to open the neck. If Disney is doing this, then probably it's okay. Does it make sense? It's almost like having the models. The models definitely, it's okay. That's what they've seen. The skinny Americans, the skinny, smaller hips, smaller butts, long, skinny legs. Well, whereas in Africa, if you're that, you still appreciate it, but they want more full women. Does it make sense? So if people come in here like, oh no, I have a woman. She's like, no, no, while I'm in America, she's white. She's a little bit mixed. No, I'm like, yeah, if you're in Africa, you have like an African brother. She's like, no, well, I'm in America where they like chicken legs, and she's so like, said, I'm like, girl, you're beautiful. It shouldn't even. So the next thing I hear out of my phone, like, somebody told me I had this. I'm like, girl, they're beautiful. If you're in Africa or somewhere else, you'll be appreciated, and it's still okay. Just like who you are. So it's the concept. If on the run where they had medium ladies, I'm sure, because fine, they wear bikinis and all those things. If they had all those things out there, like all sizes, or at least a medium size, the world would change its perception because it's what you see. So you used to, oh, she looks like a model. Because that's what you used to see. But if you saw models of all sizes, oh, beautiful. Doesn't make sense. So it's what is put out there. It's what Disney is a big company, brings out that's what they see. VS, Victoria's Secret, they bring out small models, that is what they see.
So just like
What is brought forth.
I think like it almost like stands past race is what you're saying. Because like you're talking about, it's like what we see, like what we think is beautiful or something like that, or what. So it could be a white girl that's heavier or something like that, or has like, teeth are perfect. So, but that's what we see is this, and so that's what American culture desires. So I think we're good on time.
I think let's stop. Yeah.